Imagine a house, an old, creaky house, standing alone in the heart of a forgotten town, blanketed in an eerie silence. It's a relic of a bygone era. This is the Whispering House, a home to whispers, laughter, and sometimes cries of despair echoing in the dead of the night. The locals, they steer clear of it, their eyes filled with a mixture of fear and respect. Children are told stories of the Whispering House, passed down through generations, each one more chilling than the last. Yet the house stands untouched by time, as if waiting. Then one day a group of friends, driven by curiosity and a thirst for adventure, decide to challenge the whispered tales. They yearn to uncover the truth behind the haunting sounds, the chilling laughter, the cries that seep through the cracks of the old, creaky house. As the sun sets, the friends gather their courage and step into the Whispering House. Inside, the house is as eerie as they had imagined. The air is cold and heavy, filled with a sense of dread. As they tread cautiously through the ancient, creaking corridors, a chill runs down their spines, the kind that tells you you're not alone. Doors slam shut in distant rooms, creating an orchestra of ghostly echoes. A chilling breeze sweeps through the house, making the old chandeliers swing and the lights flicker. Each room they enter is charged with an unseen presence, a feeling of being watched by 1,000 unseen eyes. The friends can't shake off the feeling of being followed, of being observed. As they delve deeper into the house, the whispers begin. At first they are faint, barely audible. But as the explorers press on, the whispers grow louder, more frantic, like a storm brewing in the silence. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream echoes through the house. It's one of their own. In the midst of panic and terror, they find their friend, pale and trembling, staring at something unseen. A chill fills the air, a palpable fear that ripples through the room, seeping into the very bones of everyone present. Their friend, once the life of the party, now stands as a figure of raw terror, his eyes wide, his body shaking. They rush forward, a cacophony of concern and confusion. Questions fly through the air, but their friend can only stutter out broken fragments of a story. He speaks of a whispering voice, a voice that seemed to come from the walls themselves, a voice that crawled under his skin and twisted his thoughts into knots of fear. He speaks of a cold hand, a touch so chilling it seemed to freeze his very soul. And he speaks of a figure without a face, a figure that seemed to both be there and not there, a figure that seemed to be made of shadows and whispers. His words hang heavy in the room, a spectre of fear that refuses to be ignored. The whispers seem to grow louder, an undercurrent of menace that dances on the edge of hearing. The temperature drops further, an unnatural cold that seeps into their skin, a cold that seems to come from somewhere else, somewhere other. The friends huddle closer, their breaths coming in short, sharp gasps. Their eyes dart around the room, their hearts pounding in their chests. They are not alone. They can feel it. Something is there with them, something unseen, something unheard, something that lurks in the shadows, something that whispers in the dark, something that reaches out with cold, unseen hands. And then, in the dim light, they see it. A figure without a face, a figure that seems to both be there and not there. It whispers, a sound that sends shivers down their spines, a sound that seems to come from the very walls themselves. It reaches out, a hand made of shadows and whispers. In the dim light, they see it, a faceless figure, whispering, reaching out. Fear grips them. They scramble to escape, but the house has a mind of its own. Their hearts pound like drums in their chests as they scramble through the pitch-black corridors, desperate for an exit. Doors slam shut in their faces, seemingly of their own volition. The once comforting glow of the lights is extinguished, plunging them into an oppressive darkness. The whispers that once filled the corners of the house transform into a cacophony of mocking laughter, echoing off the walls and amplifying their terror. Their relief is palpable when they finally burst through the front door, gasping for the fresh air as if they've been underwater. They've left the horror of the Whispering House behind them, or so they think. As they catch their breath, they look back at the house, and in the window, they see it. The faceless figure, still whispering, still reaching. The horror may be over, but the chilling memory of the Whispering House will forever haunt their dreams.